I'm just interested on that process because you said before that you didn't really know Cardiff, but now obviously Blackburn
Yeah.
give you the opportunity to play. Is that kind of a mutual decision, or
Yeah,
I'm just interested on that.
it's a discussion. So your agent contact you and say, listen, there's possibility for you to go and play in championship. I said, what's the club? Blackburn. Obviously, we all know Blackburn. I know. So when I started to play PlayStation, I was young. Blackburn was one of the best teams because they just won the league in 1995. So I knew the club, I knew the project, I knew the people, like some people there. So we discussed. I met the head coach. For me, it was important to have a good discussion together because I come down in championship for the Prem. So I put my dream on hold a bit to make sure I play. Because the thing is, I wanted to be on the pitch week in, week out. He was on board with that. Obviously, in football, nothing is you're not assured. You don't have the insurance to play every game if you don't perform. So then I said, okay, let's go Blackburn. And I came there. He stick with me even when I was not performing very well because his trust was into me. And then I start to score, and I scored a lot of goals. I enjoyed my time there.
Who was the manager?
Gary Bowyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a previous member on this podcast. He's been in. He's at Burton Albion now.
Yeah. Gary Bowyer is doing well at Burton.
Yeah.
Since he took the club, he took over, and I'm pleased with him. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's good. He's
Seemed
important in football. Yeah.
Jordan Rhodes was your partner up top, yeah?
Yes, very good partnership.
Prolific
Top guy, prolific. One of the best goal scorer I played with in the box. Like the way he moved, the way he finished. He filled the goals. His football intelligence is great. And we enjoyed the season there. It took a bit of time to understand each other because he used to be by himself. And as a striker, you have to be a bit selfish. And after that, when we start to understand the way we move, I just like enjoy my time there.
You mentioned the word selfish. Do you feel you have to be that to be a striker?
It helps, to be honest, it helps because if you want to score 20, 30 plus goals a season, you have to be selfish on some decisions because you have to shoot instead of passing and you take the risk. But that's also what you paid for, is be able to make a decision and assume it. So you have to be selfish on some decisions. Maybe if you ask me, I wasn't enough selfish on sometimes in my career. But I understand what the striker shoot instead of passing because you get paid to score goals.
We mentioned Jordan Rhodes and obviously your time at Cardiff. Is there anyone that you learnt off in terms of forward play that you try to integrate within your game?
I had the chance to play with some good strikers. So when I was at Cardiff, Kenny Miller was there.
Yeah.
His movement was very good. He know how to score goals. Robert Sonshaw also. Then I moved to Blackburn. Jordan was in the box. I tried to learn from everyone I play with. So different skills. Josh King was there. Was like fast players, using his body well. Then when I moved on in my career, I was the one getting older. So I tried to be the one that the young kids were looking up to. But I didn't have like one big model. I used to like Thierry Henry a lot when I was young, but I didn't have the pace. So I have to adapt my football,
And in terms of Blackburn, you mentioned that element of momentum, getting the opportunity. How was that for you, obviously, as a striker, feeling confident?
When you've got the confidence of the head coach and he trusts you in your abilities and he knows what you can bring in the team and he lets you on the pitch, even when you don't perform, you will get better. That's just simple. The more you practice, the better you become. So as a striker, if you don't have the pressure to be taken out, if you don't score, then it's going to happen. It's going to be good for you. You're going to succeed on the pitch. Any type of position, you need to have the freedom to make mistake to be able to get better. Some players or some head coach doesn't allow mistake for their players. And then I think you kill a bit of creativity and you kill the progression, the development of the player. As long as you've got the trust in your player, let him do his job. Give him a frame and then give him some freedom inside the frame. Yeah.
You mentioned Aston Villa. Our team is Birmingham City.
Mm-hmm.
So prior to your move at Aston Villa, am I right in saying that you scored 4 goals at St Andrews? Was that
3?
3 goals. Was it in the space of the first half?
Yes, first half hat-trick header.
Has that ever been done?
I don't know. I don't check the data like this, but it was a good moment. Yeah. And to be honest, that I missed a tapping on the line, probably first 5-10 minutes in this game. And then I've got 3 cross and I scored 3. So that's when I talk about the when you're on the pitch and the confidence is there, it's fine. Because if I miss this one and it's my first start, maybe I don't score the other 3. So you have to trust your strikers. Yeah.
Do you have any like superstitions based on that?
No. I believe in God, and superstition and God is a bit different. But I believe that sometimes you've got the feeling that nothing can stop you. But it's not superstition. It's just because you created this. You put you in a situation where you can have the belief of it, and God will help you if you are doing the right things.
You're quite religious based on your
Yes.
upbringing. Yeah.
Yes, not my upbringing. I changed in 2010. I
Okay.
became Muslim, and since I am quite religious.
Okay. Why was the reason behind that?
I would say I was looking for something to give me a bit more peace. And my wife is Muslim. I had Muslim friends. My first agent was Muslim. So reading about this, I start to recognize some way of living what I was feeling comfortable with. And since I turned a Muslim, it took me a bit of while to really practice it, because you don't come from white to black. It is a bit of gray area. And I would say then in 2012, that's where I start to practice properly. And when I had my kids, when my kid is born in May 2012, that's where I decided, okay, now you've got responsibility. You want to go this way, so you have to do it properly.
Do you think that's maybe helped you in terms of your purpose? Because sometimes footballers get trapped in the identity of being a footballer, but now you've got like this other alternative where you can bring peace to yourself and respect and integrate other things into your life. Do you feel that's helped you in terms of your...
Yes, 100%, 100%. And the purpose is higher than just being a football professional. You're a human being first, and the being professional is part of your journey. But that there is more value to add into it, and family life, friends, respect the environment, respect the people. It's important, and I think and I believe it helped me to understand that.
So let me bring you back to that Birmingham game.
Go on.
And then obviously the season ends, the move to Aston Villa.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about that transition, based on the fact that you said earlier that the Premier League was your goal and your dream and is everything that you've watched and inspired to be as a footballer growing up. You get the call from the football club. Talk to me about the process moving to the Midlands.
Okay, so first season, I scored 13 when I joined in November. Then the season after, I scored 21, I think. And in January, Crystal Palace wanted to sign me. It didn't happen for different reasons. So I talked with Pardew and everything. And the discussion I had with Gary Bowyer was, if a Premier League club come for me, we will have a discussion, because that's why I come back in Championship, is to be able to perform and go back to the Prem. Then the summer come, Watford made a bid. The club just say, no, it's not enough money, blah, blah, blah. So I had a discussion with Gary Bowyer. I said, listen, Gary, I will not travel to the pre-season. It's probably something I will not do anymore if it's happened, because you have to respect the club who gave you the chance and pay you the salary. So you have to, as a professional, respect it. And then I received a call from my agent. He said, listen, there's Aston Villa. They want to put an offer, but they will not wait too long. So we have to make sure the club can accept it. So I had a discussion with the Derek Shaw, who was the general manager at this time at Blackburn. I said, Derek, how much do you want? He gave me the price. I said, can you send me an email with this? Because we cannot go back and forth. But I didn't mention the club. I just said, we cannot go back and forth. I have to know how much. Otherwise, you give me a contract, I will be happy to stay. It didn't happen. He gave me a price on the email. The day after, Villa matched the price and discussed with Tim Sherwood. Explained to me how he wanted to use me and the project of the club. Joined the club the 27th of July, I think I signed, 2015. And I'm very, very happy. I was there. It was a club that I was looking up also. Aston Villa always had some good players, strikers scoring goals. I was very happy.
Can relate to the FIFA Blackburn.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. At this time, it wasn't FIFA. I think I don't remember the name of it was Adidas Pro Evolution Soccer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think they were called West Midlands Village on that game.
Yes, I might be. I don't
Right.
know. Yeah, probably.
And why not mention the club in that negotiation?
Because the money can go higher, the expectation from the club because Villa was well known to have money. So if you mention the club, they'll say, okay, I want 10 instead of 6 or 5 or 4. So I didn't want this to happen. So I played the game that I didn't have anything, but at least we have to know the budget. And then when he comes, it was much easier to negotiate there.
And do most players have that similar
Usually the
Process.
agent is negotiating. I would say that I've done the job on the Blackburn side by myself for different reasons. And then, I think the agent usually, now I'm on the other side, club side, so they play the game. But it's asking for too much, they cannot pay. You have to be strong on your negotiation skills. And then when you've got both parties happy, you can make the deal.